But first, the Tide stopped rolling for the rest of the night, this after one of its trains derailed.
Well, we broke that story on Wavy News 10 at 6, and this was the scene at the end of the line on Brambleton near Colley Avenue. Fortunately, no one was hurt. That's also where we find 10 on your side's Jason Marks tonight. So, Jason, do engineers know how this could have happened?
Yeah, I mean, HRT officials are telling us this is operator error. Now, let's give you a live look. This work here at this light rail station over here where they're trying to rewrite this car that was derailed. It's been going on for about 5 hours now since that train came off the tracks. Now, here's what we're being told. What you are is you're looking at where the eastbound and westbound lanes come together, and what happened is as that operator, according to HRT officials, was going eastbound or going westbound, I should say, he hit a button, and that's when the front of the train ended up going one way, the back half started going the other way, and that's exactly how that track ended up off the train ended up off the tracks.
Towards the end of Friday rush hour traffic, there was a rush to get to this light rail car. As you can see, it came off the tracks.
There were 6 people on board. There were no injuries.
From above, Chopper 10 caught the 6 passengers walking away from the derailed car and towards an HRT bus to get to where they were going. And on the ground, you get a better look at the car. HRT officials say this all came down to operator error. We're told at the time the train was barely moving westbound towards the Colley platform. The train was moving through a switching area when the operator reversed direction. That caused the train to leave the track. We're told normally any change in direction only happens outside the switching area. Now that HRT officials know how it happened, they'll try to figure out why it happened.
That's why they'll pull the videotapes. They'll look at the radio traffic between the operator and the control center. They will interview the individual. They'll interview all witnesses and try to understand the facts.
Crews immediately began working to put the train back on the tracks. HRT officials don't expect to see any damage to the train or the tracks, but we're told there will be a full inspection to make sure everything's okay. Though this was the first accident involving light rail due to operator error, officials say there's no reason to panic.
I think it's a great asset to the area. It's perfectly reliable and safe.
Yeah, once again, you're taking a live look at that train now. Just a few minutes ago, you can see it slowly moving. And what they're doing is they had that train jacked up, and what they're doing is they're moving into the eastbound lanes, and then they'll wheel it back. Of course, then they'll inspect the train, they'll inspect the track, make sure everything's okay. HRT officials don't expect any problems, but they do say that come tomorrow morning, everything will go on as scheduled. Obviously, the light rail was cut off tonight, but they say tomorrow morning everything should be back and running as scheduled. That's the latest here in Norfolk. Jason Marks, 10 on your side.
Jason, thank you. And Chopper 10 also flew over another problem, reportedly not related to that derailment, though. HRT says that one of the overhead wires came apart between Newtown Road and Ballantyne. It stopped service for a while and damaged one of the trains. HRT brought in some buses to get passengers to their destinations. Crews did fix the problem, but again, the whole line is closed because of that derailment. Now, the Tide has had a pretty good record since it started running in August of last year, but you may remember this. Investigators cited a 70-year-old driver for disobeying a sign telling him not to turn onto the tracks. That driver was not hurt. Just days before that crash, near the same location, a train hit a car parked on the tracks. The train's camera caught the accident in action. Police say the driver ran from the scene. No one was hurt.